May I have your attention, please? We're going to start our meeting now. I want to thank everybody for coming here today, and especially Kathleen Eisbrenner, founder of Next Decade, and previously she served as Vice President of Royal Dutch Shell, and she also founded Accelerate Energy. And also Paul Varello, CEO of Commonwealth LNG, for accepting our invitation to speak today at this event. Today, we will discuss the LNG outlook for 2019. This year was characterized by strong economic growth that brought fresh air to new LNG projects that now can obtain financing more easily. I believe that for the year 2019, we can expect an increase in LNG activity, both in terms of sale and purchase agreements and spot trade. Because new projects will be coming online in 2019, the global LNG output is expected to increase from the current 325 million metric tons in 2018 to 400 million metric tons globally in 2019. This is mostly coming, this increase, from the North American new projects. In particular, Cheniere, Corpus Christi, Freeport, and Cameron, that will come online next year. They will bring to the market additionally 52 million metric tons of LNG. If we couple this with the international projects such as Prelude LNG in Australia, Yamal LNG in Russia, we are going to reach about 75 million metric tons by the end of 2019. I forecast that LNG spot trade will increase proportionally to the global LNG trade. The spot trade globally is about 90 million metric tons per year. And this, I believe, is going to increase by 20 million metric tons over the next 12 months. This is equivalent to the percentage of spot trade globally as of today, which is 28% of the total global LNG output. All the contracts, as you know, they are 75% sale and purchase agreement and 25 to 30% spot trade globally. So global demand should also increase, especially in Asian countries. So we expect for next year an increase in global demand of LNG coming mainly from China, Japan, South Korea, and India. However, three factors may affect LNG demand. Number one, the trade dispute between the United States and China. Number two, European energy policy of source diversification. And number three, natural gas prices. We know that today most LNG contracts are based on natural gas benchmark Henry Hub, no longer on oil benchmarks such as the JCC, the Japanese crude cocktail. So we're not going to see crude oil prices as a benchmark for LNG contracts, but we're going to look at the Henry Hub, and we are going to see an increasing decoupling between LNG prices and crude oil prices in the coming years. After 2019, we can expect a contraction of the demand for LNG globally, caused by an oversupply of energy, as a result of the new Power of Siberia pipeline coming online in 2020 that will carry natural gas from Siberia and Russia down to China, which is one of the major buyers of LNG today. But also because of the increase of the nuclear energy production in Japan, which is going to start picking up from 2020. So America has an abundant supply of natural gas, but the rest of the world doesn't have the infrastructure to import the natural gas that is produced in the United States. So the rest of the world, the other countries, need to build more regasification plants. Therefore, out of the many liquefaction projects out there planned for 2022 and 2023, the second LNG wave, only a few will be able to go through the FERC process and will be able to come online and actually export LNG. This will depend on three factors, in my opinion. Number one, financial. Companies need to have the ability to go through the FERC process, the regulatory process. We know that it can cost easily $50 to $100 million. And also they need to have the upfront cost to build the LNG plant, which is going to cost easily $3 billion. Number two, the commercial factor. Companies that are building LNG plants, they will need to pre-sell their future production before starting construction of their plant. And number three, very, very important, is a logistic factor, the proximity of LNG plants to the pipelines. Because the proximity of the plant to the pipeline will reduce the cost and will reduce the timeline of construction. And we have seen, for instance, the case of Alaska LNG, this project of carrying natural gas from the North Slope in the Arctic Sea to the Pacific Ocean and the Kenai Peninsula and export it to China. Well, that project requires the construction of a pipeline that crosses all of Alaska, which cost estimated $40 billion and 10 years in construction. Now, who knows in 10 years whether natural gas is going to still be a competitive source of energy. So three factors very important to determine which project will succeed in coming online in the second LNG wave that is slated to come online in 2022-2023. Financial, commercial, logistic. For these reasons, we decided to focus our events on LNG sector and invite the chief executive officers of LNG plants that are under construction or that are planned to present their projects and assess their impact in the global energy trade. And this is why I founded the Houston Energy Club, to bring here speakers from the public and private sector to present their economic forecast and their policy analysis. So we launched the LNG CO series, of which this is the second event, and we have two representatives of major projects that are planned for 2022-2023. But we still hold the Latin America Energy Forum that is directed to the importers, to the buyers of LNG. We will invite here, as we did twice in the past, the government officials from countries that are importing liquefied natural gas and are importing American energy to hear the buyer's perspective. So stay tuned, and you will hear soon about our upcoming events. Thank you very much.